Without further ado, let's welcome Chef Katie Simmons.
Hello. Check. Awesome. Can everybody hear me? Okay, let me know if that changes. I zip it up a little bit. Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. This is such a cool thing that exists, and what a great opportunity to share your concerns and questions and get some help and motivation, right? That's what we all need. How many of us struggle with healthy eating? Yeah, right. It's like 90% of the population of America. What are our biggest struggles? Sleep. You're tired, right? You don't feel like cooking. What's another struggle? Sweets. Okay, I think it's sweet. Sweets. All right, so we have a sweet tooth, and it's like how do we satisfy that sweet tooth? What are our struggles as far as getting healthy food on the table? Inspiration. Not feeling motivated. Tired. Yeah, lack of motivation. What else do you hear? Assembling it all. So you got all the components okay? We're just going and you just got to be, oh, that's the easy part. Like, oh, just toss this out. Really awesome. I think lack of time is a very real thing. You have lack of time, lack of energy, lack of motivation. Those are pretty much the biggest things. And that's what a lot of us deal with, right? Like it affects all of us on all sorts of levels. You're probably dealing with a more heightened version of that and a more extreme version of that. But my goal today is to help empower you with knowledge and tips that can help you have some handy things on hand that you can easily go to when you lack energy or motivation and make something healthy that makes you feel good and nourishes you. Because food is such an important part of our life. Yes? How many times a day do you eat? I know, minimum is probably 3, maximum is probably 5 to 6. And that's every time you eat, you have an opportunity, right? You're making choices that will affect the rest of your day, the rest of your life. So even if it's just one of those choices being positive and being in the right direction, that's awesome. We'll take that as a victory. So, how do we decide what's healthy? Right? How do we know if something is healthy? What do you guys think? Read the package. I get a better answer if it doesn't have a package. Right? Where's the nutrition label on bananas? How much protein's in bananas?
60.
There's good protein. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, right? These are things you can always have on hand. Apples. You can have them on hand at all times. You carry it in your purse, in your bag, in your gym bag, your school box, whatever. Keep them on hand. Potatoes, you can always have on hand in your pantry, in your fridge. Throw them in the microwave when you need a quick snack. Has anybody ever microwaved a sweet potato? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? How long does it take? But yeah, six minutes, yeah. She's not a good, yeah, that's my meal. 6 minutes in the microwave, you can have something healthy ready to go. Do you ever add anything on it? What do you put?
We've done salsa, butter, maybe a little maple.
Okay, a little salsa. I'd stay away from the butter or maple syrup, but a little bit of salsa or hot sauce if you guys like that kind of thing. I like hummus instead of butter. Or avocado, if you want that like creaminess and you sort of mix it all in. I also love frozen green peas, so like that's something I'll throw on there to just get a little green and make me feel better about myself. But a sweet potato, something you can all buy today and have on hand when you're like, I have 10 minutes, I need to eat something. Keep it on hand. All right, so things without packages are usually pretty healthy. All right? Now, we live in a world where it's full of packaged foods, and we want those foods because they can make things quicker and more convenient for us, right? It's nice to have those go-to things. How do we know if something in a package is healthy? It's only 3 ingredients. Yes. I say 5 or less. 5 or less. 3 is pretty intense. I love it. So the fewer ingredients, the more you're going to be eating real food or whole food. You'll hear me say that a few times a day. The more whole food and plant-based you can eat, the healthier you will feel. Okay? So fewer ingredients means it's more whole. What else are we looking for? Not a lot of sodium. Yeah. Look for added salt. And you can read in the ingredients list or check your sodium level. Sugars, same thing. So we're looking at salt, we're looking at sugar. Dietary fiber, right? I say that's pretty important. We want to get as much of that as we possibly can. Carbs. Carbs are, you know what's crazy about carbs? A sweet potato is carbs, but so is a chocolate chip cookie. There's a lot of confusion about carbs, right? But what's the whole food? The sweet potato. That makes it a lot easier, right? Freeze-dried blueberries. Are these healthy? Are these carbs? It's all carbs. How many ingredients are in here? Just blueberries. Do we think this is a healthy food? Yeah, even though it's carbs. So, you know, it's like getting back to what is a whole food and how many ingredients we have. Have you guys ever had these?
Yes,
Does anybody want to try them?
they're delicious.
I'm going to pass the bag around if you want to. Just throw a few in your hand. These are pretty tasty. Blueberries are in season year round. Again, is that something you can keep on hand at all times?
Yes.
When you want something sweet, start putting those kind of things in your cart. All right. So we started with blueberries. What about dried mango? Is this a healthy food? Why is it healthy? It's one ingredient, correct. Good guess. Awesome. We're starting to know each other. She's like, she wouldn't buy something crazy with like 20 ingredients. What else? Vitamin C. It's a real food. Mangoes. I know what a mango is. I know what that looks like. It's a fruit. It's a whole food. Just because they dry it, is that something to be worried about? It still has the same amount of sugar as whether you eat fresh. So eat this and drink a bunch of water.
I would wonder about preservative.
I would too. So check the ingredients label. They'll have one there. Just says mangoes. Just dried out mangoes. But it's a good thing to be checking for. I'm the same thing. And sulfur is a big preservative, so unsulfur is what you look for when you're worried about that kind of stuff. All right, we're doing okay. Now we're worried about carbs. Are we worried about fat?
Not good fat.
Good fat, right? So what's good fat?
And then it's avocado.
Yeah, whole foods, right? Yeah, whole foods, plant-based foods, we're okay with those. What about butter and bacon? You sparing me, right? Sparing me. So something like almonds. When you're craving something crunchy, or you need a healthy snack quickly, you're feeling low energy. Is this a healthy food? Sliced almonds. Yeah. If you're looking for something, again, to put on a salad instead of croutons, when you want that crunchy thing happening, go for some almonds, go for some sunflower seeds, go for pine nuts, any sort of nut seeds. Start getting in the habit of using whole foods, plant-based foods. All right, let's move on down the pantry list. Some other, getting outside the fruit and vegetable world, what are other whole foods that are not a fruit or a vegetable? Lettuce is a vegetable. Grains, yes. What else are here? Eggs are not a plant-based food. They're not a whole food. I would not consider an animal product a whole food. But grains are. So, we're talking about whole grains. Can you guys name me some whole grains? Be specific about your kind of rice. Brown rice, thank you. Why? What's the difference between brown rice and white rice? It's got the whole bran. You get the bran, you get the endosperm, exosperm, you get the fiber and the protein. It's the same thing as white flour and wheat flour. Big difference nutrition-wise. So, brown rice, what else? Quinoa. Oatmeal. It's like the best grain in the world. It's like $2 for a pound of oats. Oatmeal. Farro. Everybody ever heard of farro? Yeah. Spelt, buckwheat, kasha, whole wheat couscous. Whole wheat pasta I consider a whole grain because it's basically a whole wheat that they just reform into pasta. One of my favorites is wild rice. They have these wild rice blends and that kind of thing that you can buy. Now, if I'm cooking something like this, how long does this take to cook? Forever. So this is a weekend project thing, right? On Sunday, you get your little pot of wild rice, and I don't just make 1 or 2 servings. Whenever I'm cooking any meal, especially a healthy meal, and it's got a lot of vegetables going on, a lot of color going on, some grains, I'm gonna make more than what I think I need. Does anybody else do that? Make extras. Why do we do that? Yeah, so you have leftovers, so you don't have to do it twice. It's simple, it's common sense. Even if you end up throwing it in the freezer, even if, forbid, you throw it away, at least it was there in case you needed it. And you're not panicking and ordering takeout at 9 o'clock on Wednesday night. I would rather you throw away a cup of rice than be called for pizza, right? All right, has anybody ever had soba noodles? Yes! In the back row. Do you like them? They're amazing. What do you love about them? They're Asian noodles. I love them for a lot of reasons. First of all, they take about 2 minutes to cook. Second of all, there is tons of cool nutrition in them. So, 1 bundle of soba noodles. How many grams of protein in that? We're talking about protein. 9 grams in this. That's crazy. How much fiber? It's less exciting, but it's so cool. I'll take whatever I get.
2 grams.
2 grams. There's some fiber in there. But it's also cool to have this on hand because it takes 2 minutes to make it. So again, when you have leftovers or you're trying to stretch something, using this as a base instead of white pasta or white rice noodles if you do stir fry and that kind of stuff. This is made from buckwheat and whole wheat, so it's got a lot more nutrition to it.
What is it called?
It's called soba. Here, write it down. Pass around. You guys want to pass around? I wouldn't taste it. It's not going to be delicious right now, but. Another cool thing that I'm very excited about. Has anybody seen these orange boxes in the pasta aisle?
Yes.
Yeah, have you tried them? Aren't they amazing? Okay, so what is it? It's chickpea pasta. What? It's amazing. We live in a very cool world. As much as there are like 20 different varieties of Doritos, and there are, there's also cool things like this coming out. So this is regular pasta. It looks just like regular pasta, but it's made with chickpeas. You'll also see lentil pastas and that kind of stuff. And the flavor has been awesome. I've used pretty much everything. The only one I don't like is mung bean pasta. It tastes weird. But these are great. Again, they take 5 minutes to boil. I'm going to pass it on to you guys and look at the nutrition of it. 1 serving of that has about 25 grams of protein, depending on your serving size. Tons of fiber. Try it out. Make a pot of it, and then eat it all week. See if your kids can detect the difference. There's even chickpea rice. which is very cool. I've also started using this more with kids and that kind of thing. Is anybody like risotto? Yeah. Have you ever made risotto? It takes forever and it takes 2 pots. This takes like 5 minutes and it gets creamy because it releases the starches and you get all the protein and fiber and that kind of stuff. So pass it around. All right, so we're moving through the kitchen. I'm gonna skip this, I'll come back to this. All right, so we've gone to our pantry. These are all things you can have on hand all the time in your pantry. Now let's be real, you don't really need a lot of chopping to make pasta, right? So when we're talking about energy and time and motivation, a lot of that probably has to do with, do I have to chop an onion? Yeah, right? Do I have to cut a bell pepper? I do not. Like, I'm a chef and I know when it's bad. Like Wednesday nights I'll be like, I do not want to cut one more onion today. Right? I don't want to have to pull out the cutting board and do the whole thing with the knife and everything like that. So, these are things I always have on hand, even as a chef. Because sometimes I don't feel like cooking and chopping either. So, frozen stir-fried vegetables. Is this healthy? What are we looking for? I mean, it tells me it's good source of vitamin A, ready in 10 minutes. It's organic. I flip that bag right over. Who wants to read for me? Yes. Read off the ingredients. As loud as you can.
Organic broccoli or
Broccoli, got it. We all know what broccoli is, yes. Okay, cool.
organic carrots,
Carrots,
organic green beans,
green beans,
organic onions,
onions,
organic red bell peppers,
bell pepper.
and organic mushrooms.
Cool. We all know what those things are? Is this a healthy food? Yeah, check the box. Even though it's frozen, is it still healthy?
Yes.
Yeah, good. We're all on the same page about that. Cool. Frozen strawberries. It's not organic. It's $1 cheaper because it's not organic. Are these healthy?
Yes.
I don't know. Let's flip it over. Let's do this. Your turn. Ingredients?
Strawberries.
Strawberries. Cool. Yeah. We've all seen these. They're amazing. Smoothies, I snack on these. Just not because I'm weird. But we've all seen strawberries that aren't like this, that are coming in syrup and that kind of thing. Are those healthy?
No.
No. Check your ingredients. Don't believe what they tell you on the front of the package. They might tell you things like new and improved flavor, organic, gluten-free, ready in 2 minutes. You get twice as much. I don't care what you tell me. I'm going to look right at my ingredients and there's strawberries. Cool. I like you. It's going to get trickier. Quinoa with vegetables. Yes, sir. Your turn. Everybody's old, but I don't have my glasses or yes. Ingredients.
Cooked organic
Quinoa.
Organic
Zucchini.
organic sweet potato,
Sweet potato.
and then cooked organic red peel.
Right here. So you got white here.
Yeah.
That's it? More ingredients?
It's processing facility or processing.
Yeah. There's no salt added. You didn't hear sodium or any sodium flavor. Salty sodium. Is this healthy? Is this something you can always have on hand? How long does it take to cook? 4 to 6 minutes. Yeah. How, if I need to stretch this, because this isn't huge, this would feed me. I'm not sharing. If I need to stretch this to a meal, what other foods can I add to it? Fish or chicken, yeah. Lean proteins. Eggs, somebody said it. So a couple scrambled eggs are easy. That's quick and easy.
Tofu.
Tofu, yeah. What'd you say? Eggplant, oh yeah. Word. Mushrooms, baby spinach. I always have like a bag of baby spinach on hand. Other frozen vegetables, peas, corn, black beans, garbanzo beans. You could toss this with the cooked pasta that you have. It's going to stretch it. You could put it over a salad if you have buy a big bag of salad and just put this over it. Add some of your toasted almonds or your sliced almonds. Add some of your freeze-dried blueberries. This is sounding delicious and more delicious every moment. All right. So these are some healthy foods. Now let's talk a little bit about your kitchen setup. So I want you for a moment, knowing all that you know right now, close your eyes. Go into your kitchen. Do you see anything on the counters? Any foods on the counters? Hold on, no, just keep it inside. You're taking your own inventory of your own kitchen. What are the first things you see on the counter? And then take a little walk to the pantry, or the cupboard, or the cabinet, wherever you keep food. And open that door. What are the first foods that you see? And are those foods that are going to encourage you to eat healthy? Or are those foods that are going to tempt you to make quick decisions that might not be healthy? Okay, that was the pantry. Let's go to the fridge. Go to the fridge, open the door, and what are the first foods you see? Are these foods that are going to encourage you to make healthy decisions? Are these foods that are going to encourage you to make quick, possibly unhealthy decisions? Same thing in the freezer. Open it. What are the first things you see? All right, come out of that world with me. What are some of the first things we saw? Bananas, awesome. Cuties, oranges, yeah? You guys are super healthy. Did anybody see potato chips? Come on, let's get real. Anybody see cereal? Yeah? Oatmeal, awesome. Anybody see ice cream? Frozen pizzas? Frozen other snack frozen things? Those little Totino pizza roll things. What else was in your fridge? Beer, wine, milk, yogurt, eggs, bacon, cheese. Yeah, let's be real, right? So the foods that you see most often and that are most prevalent are going to be the ones that are going to encourage you to eat that way. If you come home and you see a plate of cookies on your table every day, is it going to be easy or hard to resist that plate of cookies? You're going to want to snack on one eventually, right? If you see a bowl of cuties on your table every day, you're going to want to snack on one of those every now and then. If you have vegetables and fruits, I call it the vegetable graveyard. It's the bin where vegetables go to die, right? So instead of all of your vegetables and fruits hanging out down there, maybe you can put them right on the shelf of your fridge and save that part for the foods that you like to have on hand, but you don't always know that are the best for you. Right? Keep those down. Make it harder to work for it. Same thing in your freezer. Put your frozen vegetables, your frozen fruits, your smoothie mixes, all that kind of stuff. Put that right in front of you. Hide that ice cream in the back and work hard to get it. Otherwise, every time you open that freezer, it's going to be calling your name. Just grab a spoon. The spoons are over there. I am right here. Open me up, right? It's too easy. So you have to create the environment that encourages you to make those healthier decisions too. All right. You still with me? Cool. I'm gonna test you now. We're talking a lot about healthy food. I got two things. I got them both at Whole Foods, so you know they're healthy, because everything in Whole Foods is healthy. Not true. I got two things, and we're gonna try to figure out which of these are healthy and which is unhealthy. Okay, so first one, this is Fresh Picked Goodness. Harvest Snaps. Green pea snack crisps. What are we thinking so far? He's skeptical. Anybody think this sounds like a healthy snack? Chris gets me nervous too. I get nervous about Chris. I don't get nervous about anything. Right. You get nervous about potato chips. Yeah. All right. He said it right. Can you read off those ingredients? Good enough. Some nuts. Oh, yeah. Who's counting? Hold on. Green peas, canola oil. Rice. Caesar seasoning, sugar, Parmesan cheese, pasteurized milk cheese cultures, salt and liquid, salt enzymes. That's 13. No, he's got 13, right? So what do we think about this? Not a healthy decision. When is it the easiest to reject this part? Okay, I don't want that. At the store, you have to make the decision once and it's over. What happens though when you bring it home? You're like, I'll just eat a few every night. That willpower muscle gets really tired really fast, especially when you're already tired. Right? Willpower really doesn't want to work, but it's already like the other day, you're like, I'm gonna burn out. So you're gonna eat a handful, and you're gonna eat another handful, and then the whole bag's gone, and you're like, what happened? No one has these, right? So in the store, put some extra time and energy to your advocate there, and finding products that you do trust and that you do know are healthy for you, and it becomes easier. You don't have to eat as much. Alright, what are we thinking about this one? Organic beet chips. We talked about chips. Get nervous about chips too. Well, what can help us feel less nervous? Yeah. I get less nervous when I flip it over and really do it. So, let's do this. Organic beets. That's it? Are you sure? Possibly? Maybe? That's fair. What do we think? Good. So this is the healthy snack you can always have on hand. Organic. I'll pass it around. No salt added. The only sodium is going to be from the beets. We'll say everything that's added. It's sodium added. Alright, so we're doing pretty good. Any questions so far? Okay. Are you guys still, like, how is lunch settling? Are we starting to, like, be in the mood to sample something else? What are you going to make with all this stuff? Alright, so we have some few ideas of things we can always have on hand. And now it comes back again to like the motivation and the time and the energy of like actually putting it together. You got the ingredients, you gotta put it all together. One of my favorite things to make I love cooking in my blender. Does anybody else cook in their blender? And you make like snacks and foods in your blender because it's so easy. It's like, here we go. Alright. Has anybody ever made chia pudding? What chia? You know what chia seeds are, right? Okay, anybody grow up in the 80s and 90s and you had a chia pet? And then you fast forward 15 years later and people are like buying organic chia seeds and you're be like, isn't that the same thing I grew? Like, it's the same thing, but now we're eating it. So these are chia seeds. It's a seed. That's all it is. It's a plant food. It's a whole food. Who knows about chia seeds and why we like them? Fiber, yeah, there's fiber. So any sort of plant is going to have fiber in it, whether it's broccoli or almonds or avocados or bananas or chia seeds. All of that has fiber in it. It's a plant.
Anything to do with chai?
It doesn't. That's a whole different thing. Chai and chia are not the same. No. All right, we're going to make chia seeds also are a source of healthy fats. So sometimes you'll hear about like omega-3s and ALA. Yeah, kind of sort of. Chia and flax seed. Flax is another seed that is a healthy source of fat. These are what they feed the chickens and the fish and the cows to give them omega-3s. They're eating this stuff. So just go to the source, right? All right, chia seeds. Let me get my measure going. What's 12 times 8?
96.
Thank you. This chef girl is doing that. All right, 96 grams. I'm going to make more than what I need just today. I'm making a huge batch of this. All right, so chia seeds. Now I need some sweetness. Because chia seeds are not sweet.
Go for your dates.
Go for the dates! You want a date? Okay. Go for dried fruits. So again, you're going to get that sugar, that sweetness. Start adding these to your smoothies, to your puddings, to your baked goods instead of using sugar. You can use date purees, you can use bananas. So dried fruit, 100 grams of dates. It's pretty easy. All right. Now what kind of liquid do I need for my chia pudding? Yeah, any sort of plant-based milk. I try to stay away from dairy, just because for me it doesn't sit well. But there's all kinds of plant-based milks. There's soy milk, there's almond milk, there's oat milk, rice milk, there's hemp seed milk, and they're all fortified, so you're getting a lot of other nutrients with the milk. There's vitamin D, there's calcium, A, E, B, so much stuff. All right. I need 2 cups of this. How many ounces are in 2 cups? Nice. You're a math guy, 16 ounces. Okay, what's 16 plus 6.9? 22.9. All right. School's maybe. Okay. All right. That was easy. Now, we didn't talk a lot about spices or natural ways to flavor your food. But again, when you're trying to stay off of salt and expect sugar as well, spices, herbs, your spice cabinet, that whole area of the kitchen is a really great place to start going to more. So for sweet things, what are some sweet ways we can enhance flavor that don't involve sugar? Cinnamon. What else? Honey. Yeah, honey's a refined sugar, so there's no fiber. Molasses is kind of the same. Stevia. Stevia is great. Stevia is actually an herb, so I've been using that a lot lately. Vanilla, pumpkin pie spice, ginger. There's got a little kick. Nutmeg, cloves. Those are all what we call warming spices. Cardamom. So when you add it to like a smoothie or even a cup of tea or something, you get that sweetness. I love coffee, and getting off of sugar for me was about adding cinnamon and adding pumpkin pie spice to my coffee instead of adding sugar or stevia sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna add a splash of vanilla. Now, what are some other spices the savory world of things. I got 2 secret ones. I'll just pass these around. You guys can smell them and tell me what you think of them. Anybody ever use nutritional yeast? Nutritional yeast. It's weird. Cool. Smell it. I wonder what that smells like.
Smells like the butter from popcorn.
Yeah, it does. Ding, ding, ding. Like the cheesy stuff you sprinkle on popcorn. It has a little mess around it. If you guys want to taste it, put some in your hand and get your finger wet and taste it. It's got a cheesy flavor, or what we call umami kind of a flavor. So you can add it to soups and stews. If you like to make like a bean soup, I really like a bean soup. If you like, instead of doing tons of cheese in your pasta, it's a good way to sort of cut the amount of cheese that you're adding to pasta. I like adding it to sauces, salad dressings, that kind of thing. Sprinkle it over like pizza, that kind of thing. So that's one of my go-to stuff. And take a look at the nutrition on that. There's a ton of iron, B12, fiber, protein, all the things that we need. Another secret ingredient. What does that sound like?
Barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue. Barbecue bacon. It's something in that world. It's smoked paprika. You guys ever use this? Okay. Again, I mean, we're in Chicago. We're in the bacon capital of the world, right? I worked in a restaurant, and the motto basically was like, just throw some bacon on it. It makes it taste better. It's true. And then people are like, what's the secret ingredient? Is bacon a health food? No. It's got tons of saturated fat. It's got cholesterol. It's probably got salt and nitrates and other things that we want to put. So, smoked paprika are these sort of smoked salt, smoked peppers. They're all going to give you that same kind of flavor. If you add like barbecue sauces, again, add it to chili. It's this time of year. They give you that same sort of flavor, but it's not going to be quite the dietary effect of bacon. You sprinkle over your scrambled eggs in the morning. It might work. All right. Back to this chia pudding action. I am not good at my eye on time, so if I'm running over, just like, get off the stage. Give us our chia pudding, please. Okay. So throw everything in the blender. What's going on? Yeah. Do a little blender CPR. Did you notice how long I let that run? Does that seem like a long time? Okay, good. Let's get it thick. The magical thing about chia seeds is when they start coagulating, when chia seeds meet liquid, they start getting thicker. That's why we call it chia pudding, because it will thicken the chia into pudding consistency. Now, what's cool about this little recipe for chia pudding, which you'll all be getting the recipe, I think, emailed to you at some point, is that it's a baseline recipe, but then you can add whatever kind of frozen fruit or fresh fruit that you want. I love cherries. Anybody else love cherries? My mom got me hooked on cherries. Now I remember what it was. She's like, ooh, don't eat all the cherries. So I said, we're about 4 cherries. Oh, but they're great. I love them over oatmeal like that in the morning. All right. Cherries are also have been shown to like reduce inflammation, so it can be helpful in that respect. And then I wanted a little bit of crunch. So what can I add for some crunch? Some nuts and seeds. Croutons? No, don't do croutons. All right, who wants to try this? Do I have anything in this? Let me get your face. Yeah, get after it. Taste. Yes, my nutritional yeast got returned. Where's all my other stuff? You guys keep it? Like, I'm gonna take it home. I'm just kidding. I'll go Yeah, do you want to see it? Is that what that means? It's right here. So do you guys feel like you've learned some tips and have some ideas now about how to make healthier decisions? So when we're in the grocery store, what are we looking for?
Something that's easy to peel or cut.
Something that's easy to peel or cut. Did we help give you some ideas today on that? Yeah, so like the frozen stuff would definitely be, always have it on hand. Always have frozen vegetables on hand. What about buying something in the produce section that is as simple as sliced bell peppers? Like one of those pre-sliced things. Is that okay? It's okay. You're eating peppers. It's gonna cost what? $3 or $4 more? Is your health worth it? We spend $3 or $4 on an app that we buy for our phones. Right? It's okay to spend $3 or $4 on the pre-cut pineapple and not feel bad about it. You're making a healthy decision. We gotta shift our mindset, right? Yeah.
I have one comment on the blender.
Yeah.
You don't have to go get a $300 blender. I have the bullet and it works really well.
Nice.
Most of this stuff you can start.
Yeah, like a bullet, a Ninja is great. Your first blender, don't spend more than $100. Those Vitamix, I'm like, you can buy a new car, or you can get a Vitamix blender that you use twice. Like, so yeah, you don't need to spend a lot on fancy things. My chef's knife is a $30 knife. My cutting board is a $25 cutting board from Bed Bath & Beyond. Like, right? Find a way. Yep. So when we're in the store, we're gonna look for whole foods, fewer ingredients, and make sure you know all those ingredients. He got into like milk solids, and I was just, no, I don't want to eat milk solids. Any other questions or anything like that I can help you guys with? Does everybody want to try this? We're gonna make some of these chia things. Yeah. Okay. I want to try it. Awesome. If you do have any questions, just shout them out. I'm gonna start clicking this up a little bit. Yep. What does anybody else have like frustrations about eating that you're just like, help me with breakfast? Yeah.
One of my concerns is, I think there's a lot of things about like avocados and nuts, but I rarely hear alternatives from people who may not like it or have allergies. So are there alternatives like an avocado or a nut that you can't have a cashew or a mango or those type of things? So what's the best resource to go find alternatives that are alternatives?
I mean, the best resource is your tongue. What tastes good to you. There's always going to be like, kale is a superfood, but I don't really like kale, so I'm not going to eat it. But are there other fruits and vegetables that you like? Other plants that you like? Whole foods, those kind of things. And start eating more of those. If you just like spinach, and that's like the one vegetable that you'll eat, I mean, I didn't eat the heck out of spinach. If you like cauliflower, and you like cauliflower rice, and you like mashed cauliflower, and you like cauliflower pizza, eat the heck out of cauliflower. Don't feel like you have to eat something just because the world is telling you you have to eat it, or like avocados. I love nut butters too, and I go in between my phases of like wanting peanut butter and wanting peanuts, or wanting almond butter and wanting almonds. Avocado, I go in and out of phases. So I really like hummus in place of avocado. Lately I've been on a hummus kick because it just has a better flavor. It's not quite as fattening, so like I usually like hummus. But yeah. Is there a particular meal or time of day where you guys find you struggle most? At night. Yeah, when you're getting home. Is that what I heard? Did I hear that correctly? Yeah, so hopefully some of these products can help give you the frozen vegetables, the quick cooking pastas, something you can easily cook if you got less than 30 minutes. Another trick, does anybody here do prep, like you're making a big batch of chili. And you can use it 3 different ways. You can make chili, you can do it over a baked potato, you can make a chili bowl with like a salad kind of variation of that, or cook up some quinoa and add it to your chili. So yeah, nights, the best defense against nights is to do a little preparation in advance. You know it's your weak spot. How can I attack this? And like with any change or any goal that you have, and you want to make a change and you're like, it's not where I want it to be. Acknowledge that, that's the first thing. I'm not eating the way I want to eat. I'm not making the decisions I want to be making. First step is to acknowledge it. Second step is make a plan. Okay, here are 3 things I'm going to do to make healthier decisions. I'm going to rearrange my pantry and rearrange my freezer. I'm going to stock up on healthy things. I'm going to prep cook on the weekend. There's 3 things right there. I'm going to stop going to this place on Wednesday nights and that habit, or whatever the habit is that we all have, right? It's on speed dial, Uber Eats, or whatever. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to carry a water bottle with me and drink water. I'm going to always have an apple and a banana on my hand. Yeah? Are these real things that we can all do? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? All right.